drinks.
The drink.
Let's see,
Get it
Judy.
mixed up.
Remember Judy?
Judy.
No, the house, no,
Oh.
the housekeeper. Was she housekeeper? House letter, Judy. She was only there for a couple of years, that
Not in our department.
second shift. I know her last name.
Yeah. I'd
She
have
was
to-
the restaurant room.
So the first product that we're going to talk about is the Microbiome Slim. It was originally developed for diabetics. They did a trial just for diabetics, and then they found during that trial that it helped lower their blood sugars and help them lose weight. So when they saw the weight loss part of it, then they were like, well, maybe other people can benefit from it as well. So then that's kind of how it started becoming public. The main thing in it is the chromium is the main product, and then the prebiotic as well. The prebiotic is mostly aimed towards the gut health side of it, so that's why it goes along with the triplex and the gut health. It only has 10 calories in it, and there is absolutely no caffeine, so you can drink it any time of the day. You can before food, after food, right before you go to bed. It doesn't really make a difference. What they say though is if you are looking for all over gut health, you can drink it anytime. If you are looking for weight loss with it, they recommend drinking it about 30 minutes before you eat. I did kind of give you some that Sandy had printed off if you want to read a little bit more about it. But that is, if I miss anything else, this is like the one thing that I don't miss. I feel like just having it every day has helped me with definitely my energy. I'm assuming sleep, but I use that with the ProBio 5. I attribute that to, but I don't know. What do you have anything else, Tammy, to add to the regular Slim?
Nope, I think
Okay.
that's good.
It also with the ingredients are meant to help with energy, decrease blood sugars. The blood sugars are what kind of controls your cravings and your hunger. So because when you digest this, then it will help over time because your body kind of has to get used to it. To decrease the cravings, to no longer crave the sugary stuff, to help with your blood sugars if you are diabetic or pre-diabetic. I think it just is like an all over, makes you feel good.
There are some times where I might drink it twice a day. You can do that. Just because if I'm feeling like I'm a little more hungry than I should be, or I'm just feeling like need a little more energy, I will drink a second one in the afternoon. Not always though.
Yeah, just randomly on certain days where you feel like it, I do that as well.
And that's okay to drink 2 a day.
Yep. And so then they recently came out with a second option for the Slim. They were kind of gearing this towards more people who were looking for weight loss. The difference in it is instead of having that prebiotic in it, it has 3 times the amount of fiber that the normal Slim has. So then this helps with feeling fuller faster, feeling fuller longer, and then not being hungry for longer periods of time. This one has 20 calories, and they say, again, to drink it 30 to 60 minutes before a meal. But the important thing about this one, because of the fiber, you can just slam it down and be done with it. They want you to drink the one with the fiber over about 45 minutes or so, just because then it kind of spreads that fiber out. Yep, and then you can feel the effects a little bit better. And some people absolutely love this one. Some people absolutely love this one. So I kind of, just your taste buds. Me and Tammy were talking, we kind of prefer this one. So we drink the hunger control one. I don't probably have it every day, maybe 2 or 3 times a week. But I think also the more that you would drink it, or the more consistently that you would drink it, just like everything else, the more it would help you and continue to have those benefits from it. So
Even if you got it once, then you got one, and then just, you did that one more, you could do maybe once a week or something on that one.
right.
Something like that.
Yeah. So sometimes Tammy was saying you can drink 2 of these a day. Sometimes I'll do this one in the morning, and then I'll do this one in the afternoon, so that it helps kind of with dinner. And if if you're working at a hospital, you don't know when the next, if you're gonna have lunch at 10:30 or 2 o'clock. And on some of those days where I know I'm gonna have a huge long break where I won't have an opportunity to drink or eat or anything, then I'll have that hunger control in it. It helps me get through. And then I'm not so like ravishing at dinner time and wanting to,
Going down.
yeah.
It is a little harder to mix.
Yes.
They do say to mix it with a little warmer water, cause then that'll dissolve that
Dissolve it.
fiber.
Right. And then you can
Like
pour
I'm
it over
struggling
ice.
right now trying to get it mixed, cause
Yeah.
I put it in a cold bottle, so.
Yep. Oh, and then I did a comparison between the two. So they are both clinically demonstrated to help with weight loss. The slim one with weight loss is more so with the decreased inflammation and over time with your body kind of balancing itself out. The hunger control, similarly, but I think you would probably see the results or feel the results maybe even a little bit faster just because of that fiber. They both are really low calorie, and obviously with all of the products, they are all completely clean, no GMO, all vegetarian.
I don't want one of them.
So again, the difference is this one has the prebiotic and this one has the extra fiber.
They have a little bit of different taste,
Yes.
cause they've got a little different, fruit mix, like a
The
fruit-
flavoring.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit different. And to be honest, this is now my favorite, but at the beginning, it wasn't when I very first started and did it like a little 7-day trial, I was like, but they were like, stick with it. It will change, I promise. And it completely did. I'm now like, if I don't have this, I'm like, where's my slim? Do you guys have any questions about the drinks or anything up until now? Okay. There was a slim one too. You printed out 4 and it just turned out perfect. Alright, so we'll go ahead with the BioCleanse now. So when we talk about gut health, we talk about three products. One of them is the Slim, one of them is the BioCleanse, and then the other is the ProBio 5 that we'll get to. And what they do is just, when you put them together, they just work synergistically together. So I'll kind of explain the BioCleanse first and how it works, and then you'll kind of see how it all goes together when we talk about the next one. But basically with the BioCleanse, what it does is it goes in there and it like grabs all the stuff. Like it grabs all the yeast and all the bad stuff and all the bad bacteria, and it just like almost like collects it like a garbage can. So then we recommend to take it up to 2 times daily, and then up to 2 capsules at one time. So you can take 4 a day is the recommended dose. Some people, like we talked about a little bit earlier, you kind of have to find what your regimen works best for you, because everybody's body is different. Some people can only take 1. Some people take only 2 total. I sometimes will take 4 or 5 because I've had a lot of issues with constipation. So getting all that stuff out and pulled out of my system, I sometimes need a few more. So definitely a main thing with all of these is lots of water, lots and lots of water. Obviously water is good for you anyway, but with excuse me, with the whole process of taking all the toxins out of your system, that water will just continue to help flush everything out. I think the BioCleanse probably gets the bad rap just because it is probably the one that causes the diarrhea and stuff at the beginning, so it scares people off. But when you think about it, it really is just pulling all those toxins. So I don't think I could live without it anymore now that I know what it can do. Okay, so we'll just go with the second option, this probiotic. Next to the Slim, this is my second favorite. So since you've taken that BioCleanse, this probiotic now, it's like going in there and it's like, where's all the garbage? Give me all the garbage. I'm gonna take it and pull it out. So this probiotic is taken at night, and you can take recommended 1 to 2. Some people take up to 3 or 4. Again, you kind of just have to do some trial and error and figure out what works best for you. Like I said, a couple of things are, if you feel like you're getting sick, sometimes you can up those and prevent yourself from getting sick. I take 3 at night just because I found that that's what helps me sleep the best. The good thing about it is that it has these, I think I have those little index cards. I wanted to make sure that I got everything. The reason why this probiotic is different from all the rest out on the market, whether it's within a company or if it's over the counter, is because it has these specific enzymes in them. So the enzymes they're freeze dried. So if you've ever heard of a probiotic that needs to be refrigerated, when you take it out of the refrigerator and you pop it in your mouth, you're already losing half of the benefits of because it starts breaking down right away in your mouth. Well, these enzymes help so it doesn't start breaking down until it gets all the way to your stomach where the actual work needs to be done. So you're getting the full benefit of the entire probiotic. And then it also has an enzyme that is an antifungal. So not only is it putting all the bad back in, but it's helping that BioCleanse take out some of that bad stuff too. And the immune system is obviously found in your digestive tract. So by taking this probiotic, it definitely helps immunity. The 3 working together will drastically reduce any inflammation in your body. Bloating and discomfort. So that's another one for this probiotic. When I noticed, when I went up to 3, I noticed a lot less bloating. And that was one of my main things that I saw right away when I first was starting to see benefits, was the decreased bloating. And because it's kind of a whole body balancing, when you're taking these 3, it's not a quick fix. It's not, it's not going to happen in a week. It maybe not even going to happen in 30 days. But when you continue to take it in day 60 and day 90, even if you just never stepped on the scale and you took 2 side-by-side pictures, I could pretty much guarantee that you're going to see a difference in the inflammation just in your face from just kind of getting everything balanced back out. Do you have anything else with the probiotic?
I don't.
Okay. So those are the 3 main ones that we suggest that everyone starts with for gut health benefits. The Slim is the most expensive one, and so when you add that BioCleanse and ProBio 5, all 3 of them together, like Tammy was saying, it's really not that much more, and you get that much more benefit from them. So
It works that much better.
right.
So if you sign up as a wholesale ambassador, then you'll get that much more benefit from your products.
And that's the cheapest way to go as well. If you are taking these and you're like, I want more. I want to see what else it can do. The next one that we would recommend is a multivitamin. It's called our X Factor Plus.
It's actually green.
It is.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Oh, I missed the BioCleanse one.
Did I have a BioCleanse printed?
Yeah,
There
she just
were.
passed it out.
Oh,
She
okay,
just missed passing
okay,
it down.
all right.
Okay.
Pretty
Did
good, I
there-
didn't even know what you were gonna talk about, and I printed off.
Oh yeah, I know. It's perfect.
That's great.
It's perfect.
Can't say great minds think alike, because that brain's kinda dead some days.
It worked out well. So this is just the all triplex together. So the Slim, the main thing for that is just to rebalance. The BioCleanse is the main thing it does is remove, and the ProBio 5 restores. So that's kind of why it works all together. I did try, I'm not sure if all of you have seen this video, and I didn't even try it out. No, it won't let me. So there is a fantastic video from she a nurse practitioner?
She's
Yeah.
a nurse practitioner. I think I sent it to you.
Tammy has it
Okay,
on her.
so most of you have probably seen it, and I
don't
just
know if
love that
Dorothy
video.
has.
I might have
Okay.
seen
She's
something
good,
like-
but she talks so fast,
Yeah.
Right.
She does.
like,
You're like, all this information, I
She's got
haven't
dark hair,
processed
she's
it
got a
yet.
blue dress on.
yeah, she
I'm
talks
sure.
fast, so I
can
had to
always send
listen to it
Okay,
twice
yeah.
because,
Yeah,
But it's very
catch
good.
it.
Yeah.
well,
yeah,
that's because I was just learning it, you know, and just kinda like trying to absorb all this, and I'm
Mhm.
kinda like overwhelmed.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
It can be overwhelming, and that's what we don't want to happen here. So if you guys are like, okay, I've had enough, no problem at all. We just wanted to be able to give you everything that you asked for. So, but yeah, that triplex video is a very good one to watch. I agree, you might have to watch it a couple of times to get all the information. But she she talks about the products, the triplex. She gives the scientific background, but she also kind of does lay terms, and
Right.
you can relate to what she's saying. So this multivitamin.
That's one I send to a lot of my people
Yes.
when I'm kinda doing the raw call outs,
Mhm.
however you wanna say it,
Yeah.
and then they kinda like dilly-dally with you, and then I'll send that to them and it'll be like, oh,
Right.
oh, this clicks in, like,
And I can send it to you, Deb.
Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah. Yep. So the X Factor. The thing that I think that is the greatest about the X Factor is not only is it a multivitamin, but if you pair it with the triplex, it will help the absorption of the triplex up to about 300 times. So, and the other thing about it is that it's methylated. So, what that means is that if you're unable to properly digest things, or if there's any reason in your body that you're not getting in everything that you're giving it with the triplex, that it will help your body absorb everything. So that's what I think is best about that. They talk about a specific gene that certain people have where they just can't digest certain vitamins and minerals, and that's why they really promote that methylated, because it's definitely geared towards these people, but obviously would help us as well. Did I give you that one?
yep.
Yes.
did.
Okay.
I got it.
I put Tammy's testimony in here. Have you guys seen it? Okay. I just think that we were talking earlier, and there are a lot of different companies out there, and it's hard to talk to people and say, you know, this is what I have and this is the best, because that's what everybody else is saying. So it's hard to convince them and say, let me give you all this information and this is why. But when you get down to it, people want to know how it's going to help them and how they can relate. So, of course, there are thousands of testimonies, but people like us in this room have all been severely benefited by just these simple things, and the whole idea is gut health, and The issue is that the medical field hasn't caught up yet. So slowly but surely, as we're bringing them into the doctor's office, they're like, oh, this is working fantastic. But right now, they're making the money off of their prescriptions. And so I just think it's so important to, when you have experienced life-changing benefits from this, that's what we want to share. We want to show people that literally their lives can be changed on a daily basis from these products.
And I think we're gonna, coming months and years, I think we're gonna hear more about doctors relating to gut health and how it affects your whole system. And
Yeah,
I just think that will come out, and we're kind of ahead of that game. So
exactly. So those are the main ones that we first talk about. Now, we have the Plexus, the corporation, has started a 14-day challenge. They have options where you can do 30 days, you can do 14 days. It's a time frame between, it was October 26th to December 14th, so you can do it any time between there. But they first came out with this lean. Oh, here's a triplex.
I don't know if I had much on lean.
That's okay. We can just talk about it.
I'm just gonna make a smoothie of the lean, the mocha.
Okay.
See if you guys like it.
So the lean they came out with as only in mocha flavor. Mocha to me is more like a coffee flavor. And so I drank it, but it was not my favorite. I was like, man, I wish they'd come out with some more flavors of this, because I can drink it and I understand that because it has so much protein in it and all the ingredients are completely natural, I knew it was going to be good for me, and they give it to you as a snack or even a meal replacement. So I did it for a while, but the thing with this is that it's the vegetarian way, is the protein in it is pea protein versus the whey protein that most other proteins have in them. So it's just a little bit a different kind of a protein that I'm not 100% sure the difference, just for the fact that the pea protein is plant-based. So that you do 1 scoop for a snack, 2 scoops for a meal replacement. The mocha, I guess you either like it or you don't like it. I found that people who really, really like coffee don't mind it.
Sorry.
That's okay. But I don't drink coffee at all, and so I'm like, where's my other flavors? So then they came out with the whey protein that is usually in protein shakes, and this one has just about same amount of protein in it, still all natural ingredients, except for now it has the whey protein and different flavors. Now this one is just vanilla and milk chocolate, and milk chocolate is my absolute favorite.
Which one's this, Tammy?
So this is
The first one is the mocha. Yep.
This is the mocha, and it's got yogurt, almond milk, and fruit mixed with it.
What kind of yogurt? Just,
I just use the Greek vanilla yogurt.
Oh.
So it has that coffee flavor. It's a little more grittier, I think, than the whey. You'll see when I do the whey one.
Yep.
So, and it comes like this. This is a
Definitely
bag,
have that
how it
coffee
comes.
flavor. You
Yep,
can
It's a
tell.
great big bag, and there's a scoop in there. So you can do 2 scoops for a meal, like she said, or 1 scoop for a snack.
I'm
It is
starting-
not my favorite either.
What did you say you put in here again?
Yogurt, a cup of yogurt, and a cup of the almond milk, some fruit and ice, and then the.
No, I made it before, and I use almond milk and either blueberries and bananas or strawberries and bananas,
Yeah, you can use fresh
And,
fruit, anything, fruit.
ice.
Yeah, a lot of people like it with banana.
Yeah, I don't.
The
like
almond
that.
And then I didn't
banana.
notice the gritty of it, maybe because of the,
It does make it a little smoother, the banana does.
Yeah.
maybe that's it.
I don't like bananas, so it's really hard for me to get that down too.
Right, I'm the same.
Did you just mix it with water too, or?
Yeah, so I do, I just leave mine, the new ones, the vanilla and milk chocolate, I do not put anything, I use ice and water. And I just mix them up and it's super smooth
Ice
and
and
it
water.
tastes so good, yeah.
Really?
As a replacement or as a?
I do it as a replacement. Generally for breakfast, for this 14-day sleigh, they're having us do it twice a day. So I guess whatever ones
I
you want.
cook twice a day.
Yeah.
Twice a day, and it really keeps you full. You
It
are not
does.
hungry.
I have
Yeah.
a hard time just eating with, like yesterday, I had my BioCleanse and it's slim,
Mm-hmm.
and then it got to be 3 o'clock, and be like, oh, I didn't even eat breakfast or lunch.
You probably
Oh,
should
wow.
have something
I
now.
probably should have something now.
Yeah. Yep. So they definitely make you feel full. So that 14-day thing, we're gonna do 2 meals a day. You know, like certain people, you sometimes might not even get in that second one because you're not hungry, but.
And you gotta go home and think of something to make for dinner, cause
Right.
your husband's gonna be home and he's gonna be hungry, and it's like, oh.
Right.
So if you take that to work
Yeah.
and have it, then you just shake it with the,
Um,
or do you still blend
luckily
it?
in my break room, I brought my own little single blender,
Mm-hmm.
and so I make mine every time.
I mix
'Cause it'd
mine
be
up, take
better
it
that
to
way,
work,
I
I
would
put it
think.
in the refrigerator, and it's still
Oh.
cold and good.
Oh,
Mhm.
good, okay.
Yep.
I usually make them and then divide it in for 2 different meals.
Oh, okay.
I take one like one day and then the next day.
Mm.
Just reshake it a little bit and
Yeah, that would work as long as it stays
Awesome,
cool and.
yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. So the only difference is the proteins and the flavor for these.
And with the
but
smoke, excuse me,
Yeah.
instead of using the full scoop, I just did a half of the scoop
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and that works too.
because that was just a little bit.
That
more
has a
than what
lot
I
of
like.
fiber in it. So when I
mocha
was
does.
drinking that kind of made me have a lot of loose stools.
Bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
This has not bothered me.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
And I wonder if it's not along with the fiber, but with the type of protein in there too.
I wonder.
Oh, thank you.
So which one's this?
This is the
Oh,
vanilla,
vanilla.
and it comes like this.
Yep.
I see that there's a lot of recipes. There's one I saw that was a apple pie.
Yeah, Melissa
With the
was
vanilla.
posting a couple of them.
Here,
It sounded
try
good.
that.
I think it had applesauce, and I don't remember it in the
Mhm.
almond milk.
Oh, I
maybe.
did read that.
Yeah, that'd be kind of interesting to try.
Yeah, that's what I'm excited about for this little accountability group that we're doing because we're
I
gonna
like
have a lot
this
of
better.
recipes in there. Yeah, the vanilla and are you gonna make a milk chocolate one?
I am.
They're just so much smoother and
Don't you like that better?
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely. Yeah,
I do
big
too.
difference.
I'll make a chocolate one so you guys can try it.
Okay, awesome. Do you guys have any questions about the lean? We just thought we'd add that in, just
So
because
where are they gonna do it? Just a lean and slim?
for the
For
challenge.
Yeah.
What they're doing, yeah, is just they do have combos that include block and edge, I believe, with the new leans, and you can get the mocha one as well. But they're focusing on the lean and then the hunger control slim. And then I'm hoping to get a whole bunch of recipes from that as well.
So the lean and the hunger control isn't part of that $199.
I believe it is.
think
Because
it
I know
is.
there's a bunch of them. I haven't read them all in
Yeah.
detail,
I think
but
it
yeah.
is.
Yep.
But I think you also get,
You get several
some edge
things
and
in the
block
block,
too.
I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so if, because they're doing the combos, I think also because if you're gonna do a combo, you might as well try a couple different things. And then they're doing those awesome prizes, like I think it's
Yes.
up to $10,000, 3 people can win $10,000 and some smaller $1,000 prizes, and I think they do like daily giveaways too for water bottles and trials and stuff like that. So I put Sandy's testimony in here too, just because it's so incredible, and people really like to see pictures. And you can obviously tell such a huge difference, and this is just about a year.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
so it just goes to show.
Wow.
I wish I would have taken pictures before I started because I thought, all I need to do is eat better. I don't care about the weight loss.
Right, right.
So I didn't think,
To take them.
no,
Yeah,
because I wasn't going to lose weight. I was going to be able to eat better.
right.
That was my
Yep. Your thought.
brain thought.
Yep, and
What was your thought?
So I would be able to eat food.
Oh, you just wanted to eat food.
yeah.
Yeah, I just
There were
wanted
so
to be
many
able to
that she
eat food
couldn't.
what everybody else ate. Instead of being like, oh, do you want to eat here? It's like,
So that was your goal, and you
that was my goal.
You
Just
were
to,
gonna lose weight.
and when I got the slim, when I wanted, it was like, oh, red Kool-Aid,
Right,
not going to be a good choice for me
right.
because that wouldn't be something I could drink.
Mm-hmm.
So I talked to one of my daughters and I said, I got this, supposed to start on a Monday. I said, I better start on a Saturday.
Just to see how you're
Just-
gonna react to
Yeah,
it.
because
Hi.
hi Cindy,
Hello.
figured I'd be in the bathroom,
Yeah,
which
Yeah.
is my normal
you can have a seat.
process. And I
This
drank
is
it
a chocolate.
and it, like,
You can sit right on the end there. Sandy's recording this, so she. Nope, you're fine.
Chocolate.
Absolutely fine.
Thank you.
so then I started drinking it and it tastes good and then Tammy asked me if I wanted to order more and it's like, no, I better
So this
just wait
is,
and see.
Mm-hmm.
I believe this is the vanilla, and this is the chocolate of the lean
I moved my stuff.
protein meal replacement that we're
Sorry about
talking about right now.
So this has got something else, or is it just vanilla, or is it?
Oh, she put. Did you put yogurt and fruit?
Yeah, it's got Greek yogurt, almond milk, and fruit mixed with it.
Yeah. And then she's making the milk chocolate one too.
Yeah, I already figured that out.
Okay, perfect.
But like you can just make it with water, right?
Yep.
So you don't have to do this much prep,
Yeah.
so.
I always buy soy milk, and I have a mixer, and it's fast,
Yeah. Yep.
vanilla soy milk.
Yep. Any type of the milks work good. Mix it. Even though these new ones are pretty smooth, the milk I think just kind of helps it make it a little bit creamier. Okay, so we talked about the triplex, the multivitamin, and the shakes. So we just wanted to add in, Tammy and I, basically our two other favorite products, the Block and the Ease. So the Block, I like it best because we can all have, we can meal prep on Sunday and we can have this whole plan in place, and then somebody has a birthday and you're like, well, we're going out to dinner. I'm like, okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take my Block with me because I have it in my purse all the time. And when you're going out to a restaurant, obviously you don't know anything, what ingredients are in there, what kind of fat, what kind of whatever that you're eating with your meals. So this Block is, what it does is help block 48% of the carbs and sugars in any meal. So I literally pop it in my mouth, start eating. I don't need to wait. And then I guess I haven't had anyone say that they've had any bathroom issues from it, but the way I know it works is because that next morning I'm like, okay, there's all my food. It literally comes right back out. It's not digested. I can tell it's been blocked.
That's not, I better not try that one.
Yeah. So I would say if you were to try it, I would do it like on a weekend, and I would try only one.
That's not something that you do daily.
No.
That's just like you say, if you're going out.
Yeah, if something comes up and I'm like,
Certain meal.
there is
glass.
this one here, yeah. Yep.
Now Cindy, she started the Plexus, the triplex in July, and she's drinking this Slim, and has diarrhea, so
Right.
she's kind of stopped.
I am going to the doctor right now because I have had blood tests and I had to do samples. Cause I've always been prone to diarrhea, but this is like water and it hits me at work all the time and I have work with kids in the kitchen. It's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? I'm like, anyway, no time to explain. But, so I don't know what's going on if I have something,
Else going on, or
but I thought this would help my issues since I'm looser anyway, but it's
Mhm.
actually made me looser.
okay.
So.
And then
But
you.
I liked it because I felt like I was having more energy, you know, and so I've had to stop and I tried just taking half a thing of Slim.
Yeah.
Cause the hunger control one really did me in.
Okay, because of the fiber.
Fiber.
probably.
That was crazy. So then I started taking the Slim and I was good for a few months and then all of a sudden it was like started in again.
Okay.
So then I tried half.
Yep.
And it still gives me diarrhea, so I quit. And then I just tried another one yesterday, a half. Got diarrhea again,
Just from the one, huh?
just the half. So I don't know, but there could be something more going on, you know.
Yeah.
But like I said, I thought it would help because it's supposed to, you know. But I'm big on health junk anyway. But I was making my own kombucha.
Mm-hmm.
And I take probiotics at night, so
Mhm.
I don't know. But I quit doing all that when I was taking this, so I'm not like overdoing it.
Right.
I don't know what's going on. I'm weird.
Well, I think it takes, you gotta kind of find your regimen, like if you can't even do a half packet, maybe you'll have to do every other day, or maybe you have
Right.
to do it with food, or, but I do think taking it for a longer period of time consistently would probably help, but it's getting through that, you know, cause you were good for a couple months, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
After
so-
the hunger control, that was not good.
Yeah, yeah,
And
so maybe
then
it
I got off
reset.
that and did the Slim for a few months and it was good, and this
Mhm.
last few weeks I've been.
Yeah. Yeah, because it should meet you at where your issues are. So, like for instance, like you say, if you're having loose already, it should kind of rebalance everything. If you're having constipation, it should rebalance everything. So,
Then I thought maybe it was the Bio Cleanse, cause
Mhm.
that has more, you know, stuff to cleanse
the
me out.
magnesium.
So I quit taking that and just the Slim, it's still,
Doing the same thing. How much are you taking of the BioCleanse?
the Bio Cleanse, like, I cut back just to one, I do
Okay.
my Slim, and then I'd wait like until almost time to leave for work, and then I'd take that, and then,
Okay. And then are you taking the Pro Bio 5?
yeah, before I go to bed.
Okay. So, like kind of with Deb, we found that she can only take one total
Yeah.
all day.
Each, yeah.
So one BioCleanse and one Pro Bio 5 because she was having the same kind of issues.
You did?
Yeah. Cause I was up to, I can't remember, I was up and down, but up to 3 pro
Mm-hmm.
bio and I think at least 2 of the bio.
Yeah.
So yeah, we kinda started all over from square one, and
Mhm.
one
Right.
of each. 'Cause
The
I
most
tried 2 pros and it went right
The most I
through.
ever took was 2 of the Bio Cleanse, so it wasn't like I was taking a lot. of
Right.
it, you know? So, but yeah,
Deb only does one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wonder if you take it instead of taking it in the morning, if you waited to take the one in the afternoon.
That's what I have to do, is in
Mhm.
the afternoon. I can't do it in the morning with the slim.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
think that's a
Everybody's so
suggestion here
different.
somebody had
Mhm.
about that, about moving it to
Right.
a different time.
Mm-hmm.
But you
And you can
It's
take your
better,
Bio
yeah.
Cleanse with
Oh,
your
yeah.
probiotic at night.
I would
too.
almost even recommend that for
know.
her.
What's that?
Instead of taking them during the day, if that is, you can find out if that's causing your issues, is just take them one and one at night together.
Oh, okay.
Before you go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that.
Because it's like, okay, I'm in the serving line, it never fails, 'cause-
Mhm.
and it's usually kind of after we eat, cause I eat like right around 11,
Mm-hmm.
and I usually eat yogurt and cottage cheese, you know,
Mhm.
stuff that's pretty, anyway, it doesn't matter, and then I'll start serving, it's like,
Yeah.
Ooh, I gotta run now.
That is.
I got a long ways to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I think we just, whether you have something else going on or not, but I think that if we can kind of help
Okay,
figure
I'll try
out
that.
what your what's best for your body, because what's best for everyone is not the same for everyone.
Because it should be helping me.
Right.
It should.
It should be.
Yeah.
And I think it will, once your body gets regulated and get rid of those toxins and you figure out what the appropriate dosage is for you, just like with Deb, we had to really, took a
Yes.
long time and we really had to work and juggle
Mhm.
things around, but, you know, I think we found the right combination.
And I thank you all for that, because I probably wouldn't be taking it right now if we
Yeah.
hadn't have done that.
And Deb was good
Yeah.
sticking with it
Mm-hmm.
and it's helped her a lot, so.
Yeah. Yeah, she was just telling us her blood pressure, and she's come off one and is about to, you're on half of the other one.
And
Yeah.
that may go off, and all my supplements
Yep.
that I was on, I'm off all those too.
Yeah, that's incredible. So yeah, that's what it's all about, just kind of finding the what works for you, and just because everybody is different. Yeah, so this block, it's one of my favorites just because it's some whenever you're not prepared, and you know, if you're going out to a restaurant, or if, you know, Thanksgiving, or you're celebrating with some wine, or, you know, anything like that. I like just to have it kind of as an arsenal in my back pocket. And the ease, so we were talking earlier just how bad ibuprofen really is for your body. And a lot of people have suggested to switch over to this. So ease, mainly it's to remove inflammation, help release all the inflammation. But with Tammy, she has had crazy amount of benefit from her arthritis just by taking these E's. Now you can take it as they have like you take 3, then 2, then 1, or some kind of like big dosage at the beginning to get it going, and then other people just take it randomly, like myself. When I work out, I have like a really hard workout and know I'm going to be sore, I'll take a couple, and then it'll help release or remove some of that achiness and soreness from my workout. So I think it can kind of work for everyone, just as far as inflammation, and whether depending on what you're wanting to use it for.
Is it kind of like Tylenol? More like
Do you have
ibuprofen
the bottle?
replacement?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
right.
right here.
Oh,
Yeah, Ease.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it has just the green lipid muscle powder.
Yeah, it's all natural stuff
Yeah.
still.
I bought the Ease cream
Mm-hmm.
to use on my back,
Yeah,
and it worked like a,
almost like the
Really?
icy
It
does
hot,
have
but
a
it's all
kind of
the
a
natural
right,
to it.
ingredients.
kind of like that
But you
biofreeze or
don't,
something, but you just
you
don't feel
like
the.
burp anything.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So it does have a fishy, like,
Do you take
I never
it-
noticed
Do you
the
take a
fishy.
certain amount every day?
I
the
take
same?
2 every day.
Mhm,
Like,
you smell-
she wants to
oh,
smell.
sorry about that.
There used to be some things from Walmart I used to get years ago, and they looked like almost Starburst, but they were the same thing. They had the white, what is that?
Capsule?
No, this bean curd or whatever it is.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
The white kidney bean.
yeah.
It had that in there
Mm.
too, and
Uh-huh.
I would eat those like candy because I thought I was gonna lose all this weight.
Right. No.
Can I see the block when you're done, the bottle?
The block.
Yeah.
They get in
Mm-hmm.
the like fish oil.
Aren't you supposed to take something with fish oil for joints?
We have Mega X,
Mega X.
which has 5 different omegas in it. I think a lot of the other fish oil stuff only has 3, and this one has 5.
Yeah, this one has way more than
5
that.
and
You can
7,
buy
which are the
anything.
extra ones.
And that one's for what?
This is for like heart health, and the fish oils. I'm not sure what ingredient in it or which omega, but if I combine that with my ProBio 5, it's like the ultimate sleep for me.
Really? So
Take
this
that at
combined
night.
with what?
The ProBio 5,
You take that.
and I only take one of those.
Before you go to bed?
Yeah.
And you sleep good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I need to get that.
Yeah. And one of my main things before starting this was insomnia. I had insomnia at least 3 times a week, and I haven't had it since.
I'm just up going to the bathroom all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can't fall back to sleep.
Yeah.
I sleep better too.
I do sleep better.
You do too, Sandy?
I didn't think I ever had sleeping problems to start with, but I sleep
Sound.
Yes, fall asleep
Like
faster.
I can fall asleep faster, and even if I do have to get up, go to the bathroom, once I go back to bed,
I'm out.
go right back to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I don't lay there and toss and turn and
Right.
think like, you know.
hmm
But
And
yeah.
I was at my daughter's this week, and I never sleep good there, and I don't know why, but I had no problem sleeping.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, she came in one morning, like, Mom, are you waking up? I said, oh yeah,
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm here, I'm here.
Yeah, so we kind of just wanted to give you the basics, the triplex with the X Factor, the lean just because we've been using it quite a bit more in our couple favorites. So there are different products if you guys have any questions, but we didn't want to overwhelm you and just wanted to give you some more
Yeah.
specifics on the main ones that we.
And there's some other things up here, and if you want
Cindy, there's
to
a
know
piece
more,
of paper
you
drawing.
can
Oh, yeah.
ask about them.
Here, write your
There is
name.
some Joy up here too, if you wanna try
Oh yeah,
that.
have you guys used that?
Yeah, I use it every day.
What is it?
The Joy
Aroma.
Oh, yeah,
The-
that's the face stuff, right?
Yeah, and this is the day and this is the night.
So is it a moisturizer, or really what is it?
It eliminates the use of
If you wanna
moisturizer.
Try a
Oh.
pump, you go right ahead.
So the
Really
besides any like face wash
I only
that you
use,
would
like, 2
normally
pumps
use, I
a
only
day,
use
but-
the wipes, like the Neutrogena wipes,
Oh,
This is
okay.
not
And
what I
this?
use.
Yes.
This
and
is day.
nothing
I'll
else.
put this on
Mm.
the-
I don't use any moisturizer. I don't use any eye cream. I don't.
It's
Nothing
been like
else.
one of those,
So this is,
do you have a pen? I was like,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, I brought that was it's broken. I
Oh,
didn't
okay.
realize
here, I
it.
got a pencil.
She gave you the
Just
broken
saying,
one.
yeah.
I'm trying to figure it out.
So it doesn't take
So
very
you don't
much.
let her win.
3 little
You wanna
pumps.
try the day one? You wanna try it?
And it's not like oily. It's not.
No.
So what do you use this as
Just
a
absorbs
moisturizer?
right in, doesn't it?
Yes,
Yeah. This
when
is
I
the
use
day
the night
one.
one, I don't put
The day
moisturizer
serum.
on. Or I don't use moisturizer morning
I
or
don't
night.
either.
You what?
Don't have to use any moisturizer.
I just use the day and the night.
This
Okay,
is
the other
basically
hand
like
for the night.
moisturizer.
Yeah. Yep.
But it's not called moisturizer?
No, it's
Day serum, okay.
how would you describe it? It's so they have the ingredients in there they go by European standards. So in the US they only
the night
ban
one.
11 ingredients from any type of like lotion, face care stuff. But in Europe they ban over 1,400. So we only have just a few ingredients, all clean ingredients, and people have noticed like brighter skin, clearer skin,
Get rid of acne.
wrinkles, and
There's some
dark
handouts on
spots.
that if you want.
Yeah.
It's really, I like it.
Take one of them. Can you hand me one? Brett?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Get rid of dark spots if you have those, some wrinkles.
I feel like it's just really refreshing,
It's really
and it's
light.
just and it's such an easy process. It's just 3 pumps and go.
So then you don't put a moisturizer on?
No,
It's kinda like a moisturizer then,
in itself, yeah.
in itself.
Mm-hmm.
And is that the bottle size you buy?
Yes,
And it lasts 2 months.
2 months.
Oh,
Mine
really?
lasts a little longer than that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
That's
I
a long
can
time.
get
This
it
looks
for
like
small
it's a
bottle.
trial size.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Nope, that's the bottle size,
Yep.
but I tell you, it does last a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes like at first, when my skin was really dry, it was 3 pumps, but I go down to 2 pumps now because
Mm-hmm.
it just is so much more moist that you don't need all that, so. I
So have you
can-
noticed in this, now the winter coming?
It's
Cause
still,
that's where that's one thing I've noticed with, must be Plexus, cause before I'd have, like dry eyebrows,
Right.
where you'd sit there and it's like, where you got glasses and it's kinda like, oh geez, you got,
Uh-huh.
and now I don't have that.
Mhm.
Nothing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
haven't-
I've noticed
no
I always
change
put
from
it
what
on
I
the top of my
was, even with
hands
the weather.
too, and I've always noticed that my
Soft.
hands are softer, so.
Yeah.
I have a mini testimony of my daughter's. She lives in Rochester and she's a nurse.
Mhm.
But I didn't know that she was using Plexus until I told her that I was. And she goes, oh, so am I. And I said, I didn't know you were, somebody introduced it to her,
Okay.
not one of her friends. And she has irritable bowel syndrome. She said she started in July and then she went off of it and then she went back on 'cause
Okay.
the symptoms came back. But she only does the probiotics and the prebiotics. But I
Okay.
did give her one because on my first order I ordered the wrong one, the
Uh-huh.
hunger. So I sent that home with her because she goes, I just can't drink that pink stuff. And so I gave her because I just happened to have one left over from my very first order. And I haven't heard back from her yet if she likes it or not. But it's just like, plug your nose if you have to, because she
Yeah.
smells everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just plug your nose and drink
So
it.
she
It
has
helps
irritable
you.
bowel syndrome?
Yeah, she's had it for quite a while.
And it's helped her.
Yeah, and when she
That's
went
what's
off, she
helped
didn't
me.
realize how much it was helping her, so
Right.
she's back on.
Right.
That's a lot of what I hear because people are like, well, I don't know if really it's helping. And then, so I have a sister-in-law who had Crohn's. She had it for 9 years from the time she was diagnosed, and she was on the toilet, she said, several times a day. And not only that has it helped her Crohn's, that she's more balanced and regulated. She used to not be able to eat certain foods that would tip her off, and now she can have pretty much anything. And she is like, I am never stopping this because it
Yeah.
completely changed her life, you know. And another girl, same thing with kind of the food she has. I forget what diagnosis she had, but she couldn't have any kind of like sucrose or anything with the artificial. And she ran out of ProBio 5 and she was just getting ready to go on vacation. She was like, Tiffany, do you have any extra ProBio 5? Because I know if I go off of this that I'm going to be in huge trouble and I don't want to do that on vacation. So I met up with her and she was like, thank you. Just because she knew
Yeah,
if she
that's
went
great.
off of it that she
My
would go
friend-
back to.
My friend Beth Huizinga, Ulicott, do you know her? She has been on this for probably, 10 years, but she goes all over and trips and anyway, I can't find it now, but she posted a picture of before she started and after and, she had so much puffiness, in her,
Mm-hmm.
and it, really made her, swelling or
Yeah.
inflammation.
Right.
Is that just the yeast getting in your skin, or what is it?
I really
What is
do
it
think it
called?
is. I think that just all that bad yeast and bad bacteria creates havoc on all of your other systems. That's what the inflammation is from.
I was telling Tammy that I had the breath test done, and
Yeah.
everybody knows about
Mhm.
that. And because I was having so much bloating, and I was in ER twice because I've had a heart attack 2 years ago, and felt like a heart attack again, but it was just bloating. And I said, I don't want to be coming to ER for either of the above, So I tried it, and then this daughter of mine that went off that she thinks she's my mom. So she's home last week and like, Mom, you don't need to take 4, you don't need to take 2 at bedtime. It's like, but I was told, and it's working fine. And then she wrote back or texted me, it's like, okay, yeah, I guess you're supposed to. It's like, just leave me alone. It's working for me, maybe it doesn't work for you, because I don't have irritable bowel. I have just
Right.
bloating,
Right.
or had bloating. It's a lot better.
Yeah.
Good.
She wrote, why do I post about my business so much, and all of her is about business, and, anyway, she's just really, but anyway, she used to be really chubby looking, and I don't know, you can't see the before, but she's very slim now, and,
Uh-huh.
you can't find the before and after.
It has helped a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and kind of like we were saying, you can't convince people until they feel it for themselves, and really like their day to day, if they can notice a benefit from it, and whether, I think that we all go into it, we're like, okay, we want to lose weight or we want to fix our bowel issues or this and that, but then you don't really think about all the small things that add up along the way too. And you can't just go up to someone and be like, hey, this is gonna save you. Please trust me, because a lot of companies do that and they don't have the real stuff.
So for my breath test that I was off the charts for. It's a 2-hour study. You breathe into this thing, and it tells you that you've got in your small intestines. It's like the bad stuff.
The yeast and
yeah.
yeah.
So I was off the chart before I was even done with the 2 hours. Like, oh crap. So what did they do? They ordered antibiotics for me. I was like,
There
I'm
we
just
go.
starting to understand and read Tammy's post that antibiotics aren't that great.
Right.
So I did that. And then they said to get probiotics, and then I was reading more of Tammy's stuff. Because I didn't know which kind to get, the refrigerated kind or the kind from the health food store they don't refrigerate. So then I asked the doctor, I said, which one should are they okay? Well, you need to ask your GI doctor. So I have to pay $25
Just to ask
to
them
pay
a
to find
question.
out. Yeah, no. But I suppose he would take a phone call, but
Yeah.
it's like, I just want to have
She
that
posted this
question.
picture of yeast and sugar and just a little bit amount and what it causes in your body if you don't take the probiotic. And I
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
sent
it'll
it to
come
you and to
back.
you just 'cause
Wow.
Yeah, they said it'll
have
come
you seen it
back.
before?
Mhm.
Oh, I just
Right.
sent it to you again.
Oh, that's fine.
I've tried to find it before and after pictures.
Where do you guys get all those pictures? Those are cool.
Yeah, there are a
So
lot of good ones.
informative too.
Well, a lot of
On
it
Facebook.
is from other people that have done this before us, and so when someone creates a post with an awesome picture or like with stuff that like really explains something well, you can steal it from them.
Yeah.
And so then I'm like, well, I want to share this with all my friends.
That's good.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
I
It
think
really
probably
looks
a lot of them were tossed around.
The pictures are worth
Okay, I guess it's been,
1,000 words.
Yeah.
It's-
been 3 years here, but you can tell the difference
Oh,
in the
yeah.
face by the.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Does help.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Deb, why don't you,
What a
can you
difference.
share, because we're videoing this for Angie and she wants to start sharing and she doesn't know where to start, so can you kind of share how you started sharing and what you did to start sharing?
On like Facebook?
Yeah, and sharing with people and,
Yeah, I think that's been my struggle because I have a hard time getting out there. I think I'm looking at everybody else's posts and they're real informational. Sometimes I'm not sure what to put out there and what people will be receptive to.
Mm-hmm.
And Tammy, you showed me about, just a simple picture or whatever, and just really thinking about what changes it made for me. I don't think I was thinking about that enough. I think I felt like I hadn't been doing it long enough to really be able to share that with anybody. So that's how it started, and then I did start using the clips like that you might have, or Melissa, or
Right.
Tammy,
Mm-hmm.
and using those, just a little bit of a challenge on my phone, learning how to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Where I think sometimes I was attaching it and it looked like you still were putting it out there.
Like in
And I
sharing
was sharing
instead
it
of.
instead of
copying it or-
copying it, snipping it. Trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's the main stuff, and then being sure I do that daily, and then now trying to do it in the morning. It's getting up so early, and it's hard to get that out there. Like I'll put a personal, like a positive quote or whatever, and something personal, but I would never get the thing out about the products or what it did for me. And so now I'm going to work at doing that at night, so it's all ready and put it out. So it's there
Right.
in the morning, because it was not working in the morning for me, so
Yeah.
then I wasn't getting it done.
Right. Right.
and you're doing you're reaching out to people,
Yes,
you're
a lot of
messaging, like,
relationship building.
relationship building and.
And then again, trying to go further. My thing is now about how do you go to that next level, even though you still relationship build, how do you address people individually on those things and get that information out there and
Mm-hmm.
take that next step, because I felt like I was holding back from that.
Yeah, yeah. I think a lot of it is where I had to get over myself was what other people might think. What's my aunt gonna think, or what's my dad? I mean, obviously they're all on it now, but when I'm posting stuff, I pretty much no longer care what people are gonna think about it. All I want to do is get the information out there.
Yeah.
I want people to know what it's done for me, what it's done for my friends, so that hopefully I can help them. That's the whole point of it. So if I can just get it out there and quit worrying about, you know,
Exactly.
who's gonna say something about it or whatnot.
And if they say no, that's okay.
Yes.
Like a lot of the things that
No's are
everybody
good.
shared, that it can take a long time or it can take a few
Right.
months or.
They say 8, 7, 8.
7 to
Something
12
like
times or something, but you know, I was comparing it to like when you're on Facebook, they have ads on Facebook.
They do.
For instance, there was this ponytail one that I see all the time where this girl has this special ponytail and her hair is so like, you know, flowing and thick and full, and I'm like, well, that sounds nice. And I flipped through it and I've seen it 12 times, and finally one night I was like, do I really want, you know, like I had
Yeah.
to see it 12 times for it to be like, okay, maybe
To
I
kinda
really do
hit.
want to try it. So just, you know, there's stuff on Facebook all the time, ads, and it just kind of goes the same. So people can just scroll through, and then if they see a picture that like gets their attention, that's when they're gonna be like, oh, maybe I'll read this one.
So you put this on Facebook on the public part
Mhm.
or on a closed?
It's in a public, it's on my page.
Okay.
Yep, your own personal page.
Can I see that vanilla?
So doing like those IPAs,
Yep.
my thing has been with the group that I'm in, I'm doing them, but I'm not getting them posted. And
Yeah,
then I put it off, and then at the end of the week, I'm like, oh my, then I'm overwhelmed because I want
Right.
to show what I've done,
mm-hmm.
but I might not have half of it, like I've moved on.
Yeah,
So it does help me to be more organized,
that's huge.
is to do that.
That's
And
what
I
I
think,
think.
and like you said too, you were overwhelmed at the beginning, but I think
Yes.
the more you read and did it, you're getting more comfortable with that.
Well, and I'm feeling better now. Before when it was,
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling well.
Right,
I didn't really want to do any of that. I wasn't
Right.
planning on doing that at that time.
right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So has anybody tried this Edge? I'm sorry, I got your lights.
No, that's all right. Edge.
Yeah.
I'm not using
I
it.
have tried Edge. I don't use it very often, but I use it mostly myself because I'm on call a lot for the hospital, and so if I get called in at 3 a.m. and I have to go back home and go back to work at 7 in the morning, it will allow me to just focus, feel awake, and get through my regular work day. It doesn't give you like jitters, it just kind of clarity almost for me.
I take it in the afternoon.
You have been?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I just think I'm a
I was
deadheaded
gonna say
brain.
it's right.
Yeah.
Maybe I should take
I need that.
Yeah, I take that. I got it in free, some challenge I won.
Oh,
When
okay.
did you start it?
When did I start taking it? Oh, I don't know.
You won something, what, 2-3 months ago? or
Yeah.
something?
And then I kind of hesitated, read a little bit more about it, because I didn't want to be the, like, take it and then be like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I can go. Because I got energy in myself, so a lot of times I don't need energy.
Mm-hmm.
I got energy. So when I first took it, it's kind of like I had taken it at like 3 in the afternoon.
Uh-huh.
Oh, not good.
Yeah.
I still was going good at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh, you were?
So
Yeah,
I
they-
had to back it off and take it about 10:30, 11 in the morning.
Right. They
So
say not
I'm
to
good
take it
to go
afternoon.
yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, it gives you the
hmm Like it's not like the energy drink
No.
type of
Not a jittery.
No.
no, you
No.
don't even notice it, but
right.
it
then you're
does
just like-
like sharp on things because I'm a bookkeeper
Yeah,
and
you
you
would
want to make
notice
sure
that.
that you're
on your game.
on your game. And I really never had to have that, but it
Well, that's interesting.
it does really. I can tell if I don't take it,
right.
but I don't want to be like you're addicted
Right.
to it.
Right, like
so
you
to
gotta
speak.
have it, or
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I just take it on certain days where I'm just like I could use just a little bit, you
Pick
know.
her upper.
Yeah.
And you don't want to say that to somebody because you're like, what drug are you taking? for a
Right.
picker-upper?"
Yeah. And
Well,
that's the
you'd
thing.
be
It's
surprised what I take.
instead of having to take those, you know, caffeine pills and energy drinks and 4 cups of coffee and
Those energy drinks are terrible. Before I
Terrible.
started Plexus,
ah,
I was drinking probably 2 cups of coffee in the morning. I'd go to work, 'cause I work evenings, and I would drink kickstart right away to start work, a kickstart for supper, and then I'd go and
Oh my
have 2 more
gosh.
cups of coffee.
Oh,
Oh.
And then I'd feel
Yikes.
awful by the end of the night because I couldn't stay awake.
but you keep
Yeah.
doing it.
But,
Yeah.
right, but then now I don't. I mean, I'll have a cup of coffee in the morning. That's if I can just get 1 cup of coffee down. Just because I like coffee,
Yeah.
but I don't need it. And then I'm fine all night long.
It's a big difference, isn't
Yeah.
Do you still work?
And like I worked till 3 the other morning and I
Yeah.
was fine. So,
I used to drink, thought I had to have a cappuccino every morning
Mm.
at work. For one thing, my office is cold, so it was nice and warm.
yeah.
So it just kind of like, and then I bought it at Sam's Club, the brand whatever I had, and it was probably last Christmas. And I was talking to my girls. It's like, my gosh, Sam's Club's not carrying this cappuccino anymore. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I says, if I find it, I'm gonna need to have a truckload come in. Well, my daughter had found it in Des Moines, and she says, Mom, they just changed the package. Is oh good, I'm safe because I
Okay.
had one at work, one at home, one at the lake, wherever I was at. Each of the girls had one at their house because if I went there, I needed to have my cappuccino. Well, I haven't had one since June, and I had one in July, and it was like, oh my gosh, this is just sugar. What was I
Right.
thinking?
Yeah.
I can't even drink it now.
Yeah, that's the way I am with pop. I used to
Yeah,
drink
I
pop.
don't drink pop either
And
now.
now when I think, oh, I kind of want a Diet Dr. Pepper, you know, you drink
It
it.
tastes like
It's just
it's
Yeah.
it's
terrible.
like,
Yeah.
I guess that's not really what I want.
Yeah.
Just want
Sounded
water.
good in theory, right?
Just water's good.
Just water.
Is there turmeric in any of the drinks? The pink drinks?
There's some in some of those pills, I noticed.
There's some what?
Turmeric? I thought that was in one of the
I don't.
places.
I don't
Is it
remember
this one you thought?
exactly which
Not
one.
Not Edge, it's in that, the one for your joints and stuff.
Ease.
Ease.
You hear a lot of studies on that turmeric.
Mhm.
Yeah. The ease. I would put in the ease.
Which one is it that
The ease, the
I remember
fish.
reading about once? Go ahead.
I think so.
I also bought the body cream samples.
Yeah.
Did you ever try them?
Yeah, I have a few here.
Yeah, it smells a little bit like fish, but not.
What's that, Plexus
Did
96?
you like that?
That's another
Mm,
protein.
I did.
It
I
doesn't
had-
have as much protein. It's kind of like it's under 100 calories. It's almost like a post-workout type. Like that's what
What
I
is
use
it?
it for. The P96.
Oh, yes, I have some samples up here.
The body cream?
Can you take those home?
This is vanilla,
Anything for eyesight?
Oh.
P96.
All the above. There's one of those 96s.
Oh, okay.
The body cream, I
Small, I can't
um,
read it.
Yeah.
They're very small.
I don't think we did. You print any off on Ease?
oh, I might have. I have no idea.
The omega.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay.
Can you take this to try, or you just put them on the table?
You can take that to try.
You sure?
Yeah.
You want a couple bucks for it?
No, I'm fine.
I don't know if there's any E's or not.
Did you get one of these?
No.
I've got more over here too.
Oh,
Does everybody have, did everybody get one?
So what is the difference between the Plexus and,
Did you want one of these, Deb?
can I see the packaging
Yep.
on there just a minute?
I
The
like the way vanilla and chocolate.
I like that vanilla.
Better than
They're
the
both
P96, but you drank the P96.
I
before.
really like the P96 as well. It doesn't make you feel as full, but I don't know if it's just because it doesn't have as much protein or calories in it. So I wonder if it's just kind of like a snack.
Okay, 'cause
Take-
this has 15 grams of protein, how much does that have?
This they just came
That
out
has
with,
15
so.
too.
Is
Sure
it
does.
one?
They're both 15.
Mhm.
Is that for just one scoop?
That'd be
Two scoops.
Okay.
This is one packet. That's 15.
But see, they had just come out with the chocolate and the vanilla lean whey, so that's kind of their new product.
What's the special going to be Black Friday? Do you know?
I
Oh, you don't
Can't
know?
wait.
They don't give
Thank
us
you.
any precursor of what it's gonna be.
Because I had went to, I get my bras at Soma. It's in Des Moines. So we went shopping there last Monday, which I needed new bras because I was at a 38 and I had it on the tightest, and it was just like
You need
the
it.
straps were tight. I had it the tightest I could get them because I just couldn't keep anything up. Well, went in there and I said to the ladies, well, I need to be measured.
Right.
I've lost some weight, and she says, you did? So I showed her my before and after pictures. She wanted a sample. I sent her some samples,
Nice.
and
That's cool.
I was like, she says, well, what were you at before? I says, 38C. And I'm at a 34D.
Holy crap.
Jeez, I didn't know my cup size went bigger.
That's why I was surprised because I had to do like 32 around here and double D. So I thought I needed 32 double D. Well, I actually need, because anyway, I need a 36 double D. I'm like, well, how does that work? Because I'm 32 inches around here, so why would I need a 36? Anyway, it works.
That's all that counts.
Yeah.
I know that's going to be so loose again on it, but I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
Well,
Yeah.
different bras and different
Is
brands.
it a brand?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
suppose.
No, I went on my chart and I
Oh.
figured it all out, and then I asked the gal at Kohl's, and
Oh, cool.
not that you needed to know my size.
No.
One more bra story.
Yeah.
I like the sports bras because my straps keep falling down, and I'm always doing it in sports. They don't have any hooks, you just put it on over your head. So I said, I need some sport. They had a zillion bras there at Kohl's because I don't like to shop online if I want to try it on. So I said, I need a sports bra that doesn't hook in the back. So she sends me over to the workout center, $45. Oh, I don't need a $45 one, but I just kept looking and I found some. I got two for the price of $45.
There you go.
Just gotta look. Well, they're name brand. You gotta pay for the
Yes.
sports
That's
name.
right.
So I don't need a name brand. Nobody's gonna see it.
Right.
I go with Soma because I had a biopsy done, and their wires aren't to the side, so that's why I go with that brand. I never had heard of it before. My daughter went there, and but so they don't have the wire that always has to hit you on the side.
Yeah, I'm supposed to sometimes.
So
Yeah.
that's exactly where the biopsy was. It had to be right there. I mean, they could have done that biopsy all over, but it had to be right where your bra strap would have
Do
to
they
be.
still have
Like,
wires?
huh?
They still have wires though?
The wires, but not on the side. So it's just on the bottom.
Where's Soma at?
It's Jordan Creek Mall.
Oh, okay, in Des Moines.
Hmm.
Or, well,
Yeah, Des Moines.
Yeah. Oh,
What's the closest salon around?
Yeah, that's the only one I know about.
Hmm.
And I don't want to order a bra online.
Yeah,
No.
you gotta try it on.
I got my
So-
sports bra from Tammy. What is those bras she wears?
Oh, Tammy McLean, I know what they are called.
Anyway, they quit making them because
Like cramp.
it's one, it has hooks and it hooks in the front.
In the front?
And when I'm working out, and you're bouncing up and that holds you like, So then I've tried to find other ones and sports bras that hook on the back. It's like, how do you get them in the back? If they're tight, So anyway, I'm looking for one that has these.
Well, I'm gonna try the one on Facebook that I've scrolled through 10 million times. That's called SheFit, and it has
She fit?
yeah, and I will let you know how it works out. It buckles in the front and zips up.
Oh,
I
Lindsay
have
has
a
one of them.
Victoria's Secret one that does that.
Yeah.
It's hooks and then it
Is
zips.
it-
And then the straps
And
here
it's
move,
really
but then the
fun.
straps here move.
So it's called
oh,
She
you really adjust it.
However,
So it adjusts
to
this
fit
way,
you.
too.
Mhm.
Okay, She Fit.
Yeah.
So do you guys have any other questions about any other products or anything? You can come look at stuff. There's some snacks
Okay.
over there and water if you wanna have something like that.
Yep. Or if you leave here and you're like, oh, I meant to ask that, or you thought of something at the last minute, we're more than happy to
Yeah.
ask us anytime, anything. We love to share the information that we know. So that's how we found out.
Is it
So
one
you
of
haven't
these?
tried it yet?
No.
Is